Even Barry looks irritated.
Deuce, ace, tray. Greenstein with top pair checks. Bonomo, gut shot straight draw, fires 3,000.
And a continuation bet.
Greenstein calls.
Probably not chasing Barry out with top pair.
The turn, 2 pair now for Barry.
Bad card for Justin. We'll see if he puts the brakes on.
Greenstein checks. Bonomo checks. And a full house now for Greenstein after the river.
Barry may try to squeeze in a value bet here, but he's unlikely to get called.
There's the bet of 6,000. I think before Greenstein could even get the chips in, Bonomo folded.
He'll take this pot shaken, not stirred.
So Barry Greenstein inching back closer to even. Can he finally get on the plus side? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to the big game in Las Vegas, and a quick reminder that our loose cannon, Nadya Magnus, only gets to keep whatever profits she has over the 100 grand that she was originally staked. She's a little over 60 to the good right now. Action folds around to Jason Mercier.
Jason Mercier, ace, button, raise, obv.
Cassidy folds, and Alaei calls from the big blind. Five, nine, eight, 2 clubs.
Danny's flop middle pair.
And checks.
Jason's flop bottom pair.
And checks.
Decides it's not worth a bet.
King of diamonds on the turn.
After Jason's checked the flop, Danny's considering a bet, it looks like.
Of 2,500.
2,500.
Jason may not believe Danny's got the best hand.
Jason calls.
Jason might be putting Danny on a semi-bluff with clubs or a straight draw.
5 of diamonds on the river, giving trips to Mercier.
Danny's trying to decide whether or not his 8s are worth a value bet. Probably not liking his hand as much, being that Jason called the turn.
Danny checks.
Now Jason's the one who's got a value bet.
Bets 8,700.
This is a pot-sized bet. Jason's hoping Danny has something he can call with. Jason's showing strength, so Danny might read it as weak.
Danny lays it down.
Danny Alaei just says no to value bets.
And these two continue to go in opposite directions. Jason is up over 16K. Danny is down over 33,000. What happened to Mercier's castle that he was building earlier this week?
It was once a thriving kingdom, went through the dark ages. I think now maybe the Renaissance.
Looks about the size of Kato Kalin's guest house. Ace-7 offsuit for Bonomo, who folds. Barry Greenstein. See ya. Jason Mercier raises to 1,400.
A guy like Jason will raise with any 2 from the cutoff or the button.
Cassidy folds. 7-4 suited for Alaei.
You'd think he'd want to fold this hand. Looks like he's contemplating some sort of maneuver.
That would be a re-raise to 5,200. Ace-deuce offsuit for the loose cannon. Nadya folds. And Jason folds.
Danny believes in good etiquette at the table, but he apparently has no problem with stealing.
Steam raise.
Steam raise.
I doubt Danny's actually steaming over that one hand. Steam raise is Danny's online handle.
Of course you got it.
Barry folds. Jason sitting this one out. So too is Joe. Danny now on the button. Nice hand, ace-queen suited.
If he's steam raising this time, he's doing it with a premium hand.
Raises to 1,500. Queen 10 suited for the loose cannon and the small blind. Getting a discount. Makes the call. Justin Bonomo, also suited, also calls.
Danny's got both these players dominated. Justin spades and Nadya's queen.
The flop, 4 tray 7.
Everyone's missed. Danny's got the best hand with ace high.
Nadya checks. Gut shot straight draw for Justin, who bets 4,000.
It's an odd spot for Justin to lead out, but it's the right kind of board to do it. It's not likely to connect with either Danny's raising range or Nadya's calling range.
Danny folds. And Nadya folds.
Bonomo bluffs another one. He's been a bluffing machine this week.
Justin Bonomo, the definition of aggressive, and that's why he continues to have the most cash at the table. Can anybody slow him down? Find out when we roll on from Vegas. Welcome back to the big game in Las Vegas. Alongside Joe Stapleton, I am Chris Rose. Nadya Magnus hoping to be the most profitable loose cannon. Win that NAPT passport. Action is folded on over to Nadya. Gets out of the way. King 9 suited for Justin, a raise to 1,400.
Bonomo still trying to take control of yet another pot tonight.
Barry folds. Jason, ace, jack. Calls. Joe Cassidy, ace 3 suited. Makes it 3 to the flop.
Some players would re-raise ace jack, but Jason is out of position.
10, 7, 8, all diamonds. Mercier checks. Cassidy checks.
Bonomo's flopped the second nut flush with a straight flush redraw.
And bets 4,000.
Jason's also flopped a straight flush draw, but we see Justin has the 9 he'd need.
Mercier calls.
Justin's trying to build a pot, and his reputation for playing aggressively with marginal hands will only help him in these types of situations.
Cassidy folds. So we're down to 2 on the turn, which is the ace of clubs.
This is a terrible card for Jason. He's been drawing dead since the flop. Now his hand's improved.
Mercier checks. Bonomo bets 11,000.
Still building this pot. For Jason, top pair and a strong draw is only going to get him to commit more money to this pot, even though we know he has no redraw.
Mercier calls.
Bonomo's got to be loving this.
Deuce of hearts on the river.
Jason hasn't improved.
Mercier checks.
He'd probably be very happy to have Justin just check behind for a cheap showdown. No such luck. Justin reaching for value betting chips.
How about $30,000 worth?
It's a pot-sized bet. Jason's trying to figure out if this is a bluff or a value bet. Jason knows at this point he can't beat any hand Justin would be value betting, so he has to figure out how often Justin would be bluffing in this spot. Very tough spot.
Come on.
Jason Mercier all in.
Really?
Make no mistake, despite the fact that he has top pair, this is a straight bluff from Jason Mercier. Once he saw that $30,000 bet, he's a pretty good idea Justin is value betting. A check raise in this spot is very strong. He thinks that by making this bet, he can get Justin to lay down almost any hand that isn't the nuts. This is a sick bluff by Jason. He's giving Justin really good odds to make the call, which makes Jason's hand look even stronger. He just happened to run to the top of Justin's range.
I guess you have the ace of diamonds. What's the other card? Yeah, I call.
Calls.
Base check. Nice hand.
Bonomo wins a pot of nearly $230,000.
That's kind of a good hand that you have there.
And Jason's now busted.
Nice.
Jason got pretty unlucky that Justin had the second nuts. Any lesser hand in that bluff may have just worked.
So after 114 hands, only 2 players have turned a profit. That man, Justin Bonomo, who is lapping the field, and our loose cannon, Nadya Magnus, who has 36 hands left to keep a profit. And a rough ending for Jason Mercier, who was pointed in the right direction at one point, but now he is down 100 grand.
I don't care who you are, you lose 6 figures on one hand, it's going to leave a mark.
As Jason Mercier reloads, it's time for us to call it quits this session. Right now, our Loose Cannon Nadya Magnus is nearly 60,000 in the black and only one night away from realizing her dream. For Justin Bonomo, it was an absolutely huge night. He's up over $200,000. How will it end? We'll find out tomorrow. I'm Amanda Leatherman. Good night.
If you want to be a loose cannon, all you have to do is log on to pokerstars.net. There are free qualifying tournaments every day. For Joe Stapleton, I'm Chris Rose. See you tomorrow night.
You're doing well.
Yeah, had a good day.
Great day.
Hopefully a little bit more after the next session. We'll see.
Don't be greedy, jeez.
I'm pretty greedy.
I know.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. And I hope Justin will dump half his stack to me after the...
The preceding was a presentation from pokerstars.net.